And as Mario gazed upon the gigantic statue of himself, he fell to his knees and wept. But eventually, he stood up and moved on to the Mario Zone. So, welcome to one of the weirder worlds of Super Mario Land 2. It's not even that weird inside of it, it's just the fact that it is a gigantic Mario that it's so weird. I mean, I do actually like this world a lot. It is probably up there. It's one of my favorite worlds in this game, but why a giant Mario? I mean, the interior is, you know, sort of it's very technological. There are gears everywhere. I don't really know what these gears are doing, but hey, they're doing something. They're spinning. That must mean something's working, right? And look at that saw. It's so active. Look at it go. It just keeps going and going and going. It's so animated. But yeah, just because of the world theme itself, it could be any robot, it could be, I don't know, some sort of factory. But no, they chose a giant Mario, which begs the question, was this here before or after Mario or Wario took over? I mean, it'd have to be before, right? Like, why would Wario place a giant statue of his enemy in his, you know, new region? I mean, he's taking over this place, he's sending his minions out, so why would he then build a statue to the person he's trying to kill and take the place of? But then that begs the question, why does Mario have this? Why does Mario have a gigantic statue of himself in his own land? Some questions will never be answered, I suppose. But either way, I do like this level, because it does look pretty cool, and it's got the usual moving gears thing, but it's not too obnoxious about it. Sometimes hey, come back here, 1-up. Yeah, well, is it still down there? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know, is it? Yeah, it's still going. Thankfully, that thing falls slowly. But anyway, yeah, it's a cool-looking area, and it's not a very annoying sort of factory area to play, because sometimes, you know, stuff like this can be annoying, i.e., some Castlevania stages, when they go to the clock tower. Some Castlevania clock towers are just not really all that fun at all, but this level is. You kinda need Bunny Mario here to actually get the, gold bell. You could probably fall to it, but you'd probably take damage. So this is a time when you actually kind of have to switch to Bunny Mario. Unless you're very, very lucky, and you have great reflexes that allow you to change directions in midair very quickly. Now we move up to Mario's stomach. Now, the previous area was more of a, you know, technological area. It's kind of factory-ish, but these next few areas are more toy-ish? Like, these are all very toy-based. We got giant, like, I don't know, rubber balls? Are they supposed to be magnets? I don't know what these are supposed to be, but it certainly doesn't seem like standard robot fare, that's for sure. So, it's got a theme. I mean, from here on out, it's more toy-themed, but yeah, that first area seems kind of like the odd card out for some reason. Despite the fact that, yeah, this is a bit out there. We're in Toy Zone, even though it's the Mario Zone. Giant Mario just has toys inside of him. It's kind of weird. His legs are mechanical, but here, nah, we don't need any mechanics in here. Just, Giant Mario has toys in his stomach. Also, kill that bear so you can take this rubber ball from him. And ride it to victory, because those spikes hurt. That poor teddy bear. You know, I don't think that was really one of Wario's minions. I mean, that guy had to be here before this, right? Can't imagine Wario would send out toy-based minions. It doesn't really seem like his thing. But they were probably here before then, and Mario just took one of the denizens' lives. I'm probably reading way too much into this. And by probably, I mean definitely, but hey, you never know. I mean, I'm just saying, teddy bears don't really seem like very effective minions. Also, guessing game. Can you guess where the important item is? Well, as long as you don't go for the second passage, you'll probably get something good. And not a Goomba. Goombas aren't good. Unless they wear hats. Goombas wearing hats are always okay. Non-hat-wearing Goombas, though? Yeah, death to all those guys. You know, I can see how Bunny Mario, while he does normally break the stage, it would at least be useful here, because this is very slow. This is kind of a boring section, just right at the end. Thankfully, there aren't too many of those, but it's kind of like the rock riding sections in Super Mario Land 1, except I think those moved a bit faster, and also there was some danger to it, because they actually hurt you. The rocks, if you touched the side of them, that would actually give you a bit of damage. But anyway, onward we go. And now we go on to Mario's tongue. So what's on Mario's tongue? Mushroom background, alright. Toy soldier. Jack in the box. That seems a bit redundant. Oh, giant cannons! Okay. This is a little less toy-based, but it's not really industrial like it was before, or mechanical, or anything like that. You can also tell which one's, one of these, whatever these are, that you can actually ride, because they are a bit darker than the other ones. You can stand on the other ones, but they won't move. Actually, so are those bullet bills or bonsai bills? They're kind of in the middle. Middle Malcolms, we'll call them. Because they're bigger than normal bullet bills, but they're not... Well, then again, no, bullet bills kind of get a bit larger sometimes in the later games. Ah, well, whatever. Not really worth thinking about. So this is the second appearance of the conveyor belt, even though the, just standard blocks would probably have fit with a toy theme. You know, just having blocks with arrows on them as kind of a lazy way of indicating motion. And then we just had a conveyor belt after that. Well, now we have conveyor belt here. I don't quite get how they used all their assets. Oh well, whatever, we're not gonna think about that. I'm just gonna move on. Oh, geez. So yeah, don't run forward too quickly, otherwise you are going to have a bullet bill to your face. Also, I think these are only in 1 or 2 levels. I forget if they're in the next one, but yeah, they don't appear too often. Oh, and of course, pay attention to which direction the conveyor belt's going in, otherwise you'll end up running into spikes. That would not be fun. Oh boy, crane game. The most fun way to go... excuse me. Thank you. Anyway, as I was saying, the most fun way to go about the level is to be carried slowly over a spike pit. It's not really a gameplay challenge, it's just, can you stand on this crane? Can you? And the answer is yes, I can. This doesn't exactly seem worth it just to get a single one-up, because those bullet bills can be a bit tricky to avoid. Don't really... that section, I wouldn't say it's out and out hard, but again, it is tricky. You might have a bit of difficulty with that, you might get hit. And back to this section we go. Oh boy. I guess dismounting is kinda difficult, but actually not really. You just walk off it or jump off it, it's pretty easy to avoid. Now this section's just mean though, because it takes you the long way through this section. Might get hit by bullet bills, and oh boy, you get to reach the end level bell on a crane. That's so entertaining. Oh, there were spikes there. Well, I hope you didn't just jump down in a fit of impatience, because otherwise that's gonna hurt. And lastly, we go into Mario's hat, which will probably make more sense than Mario's tongue holding all of that. And remember when I said we had toys here? Yeah, the floor is literally made of Legos here, so this is kinda half and half toy zone and mechanical zone. But final level is mostly toy zone. Mostly, because we also have these bullet bill cannons here as well. I'm pretty sure that's not a toy. Probably shouldn't play with, you know, cannons. They are kind of guns. You shouldn't give that to your kids. Anyway, this stage really isn't too bad at all. In fact, I'm kind of struggling to remember if there's any huge gimmick here. It's mostly just cannons. There's nothing too much here to worry about. Oh man, Goombas! Oh, right, there are saws here for some reason. Also not a proper child's toy. I don't think these normally come with Legos. That would probably lead to quite a few lawsuits if you sold Legos with horrible Mario wrenching saws. Mario shredding is probably more of an accurate description. Oh, look, we got a money bag! If I didn't have 999 coins, that would have been helpful. But I am at max money, so not useful at all. It's a very rare item, actually. It's a shame I squandered it. Ah well, can't prevent the past. And now the boss is the 3 little pigs? Okay, I would have guessed Mario or some sort of Mario core, but, yeah, this is pretty out there. So, this boss actually takes 9 hits because each individual boss takes 3 hits, so I guess it's probably one of the harder bosses. And, of course, each pig has its own, jumping pattern, but Fire and Flower really breaks bosses. If only there was a carrot before this boss, I would have... No, Bunny Mario also breaks bosses as well, because you can just float to avoid attacks. Is there any power in this game that doesn't break the game? That is the eternal question. But we have completed the Mario Zone. Let us never look back at that strange place. Next time on Super Mario Land... Actually, you know what? Might as well do this now. So that I can actually collect coins next world, let's show off the slot machine. So this is how it works. You just pay some money and... Well, I can collect money again, but now lives are completely pointless. Well... Okay then. Yeah, each slot machine is better than the last, so the 999 slot machine is pretty good since you can get 99 lives and now I never have to worry about anything again.